All right, let's set up for the accessory nerve glide. I'm going to be targeting my accessory nerve on my right side. And with our neuromechanics, it's always important to remember the rules that we follow. And the number one rule is that you want the neural tension to be at about a 3 out of 10 in terms of intensity, and you don't want it to climb above that. Nerves don't want to be stretched aggressively, so we're really just looking for a gentle mobilization. And you'll know that you are doing well with this if you feel a neural stretch sensation, which is different than the type of stretch you feel, say, on a muscle. When you find neural tension, it basically radiates through a very broad area, and that's an indication that you are in the neural tension, and you just want to make sure that it doesn't climb above a 3. So I'm going to get into a neutral stance with a nice long spine. I'm targeting accessory nerve on my right side, and I'm going to start with the shoulder, and then we're going to work towards the neck. So the first thing that I'm going to do here is retract my shoulder. So I'm basically pulling my scapula back, and then I'm going to add a little bit of depression. From here, I lengthen up nice and tall, and I'm going to go into cervical lateral flexion. And then from here, I go into an anterior glide of the cervical spine. So I slide my chin forward, and then I can add a little bit of cervical flexion. Now, based on the individual, some people will have to rotate a little bit away from the target side. Some people won't need to. But right now, with all of these pieces of the sequence locked in, I'm starting to feel neural tension. And I'm feeling that neural tension basically through here. Think the upper trap. Okay. Now, once I have my 3 out of 10 for intensity, I have to pick a driver, and there's a couple different options. I particularly like AP glides. So I'm sliding my head and neck back and forth, so forward and backward, and that's giving me a really nice stretch sensation through the target area. I could also drive from the shoulder, meaning little elevations and depressions of the shoulder, or even little protractions and retractions. And you can just play with the different drivers and see what's working for you best. But once again, I really like the anterior-posterior glides of the cervical spine. My neural tension increases when I slide forward, and it seems to decrease a little bit when I slide back. Okay, and I'm going to shake that out. Now, if we were being super thorough, I'd be testing as I was going, testing strength, stability, balance, vision, whatever it is, based on whatever I'm trying to improve with the accessory nerve glide. And I'm already feeling really good from that. My shoulder always responds nicely to this, so does my neck. I'm going to turn sideways so that you can see this from a little different angle. And we're going to begin again from the shoulder. So depress and retract the scapula, okay? From there, I maintain that position, and I laterally tilt my head and neck away from the target side. And then I'm going to add an anterior glide of the cervical spine plus some full cervical flexion. And now I've got my 3 out of 10 in neural tension. I'm in a really good spot right now. As I mentioned before, you can play with rotating a little bit away from the target side. And if that increases your neural tension, then you can use that as part of the sequence. For me, right here is good. I like these AP glides, forward and back. And as I'm gliding, I'm really trying to stay super tall through my spine. And I'm getting a great neural stretch sensation through the upper trap. I feel tension in my SCM muscle, but I don't really recognize it as neural tension, but I definitely feel it as part of the target. And I'm going to drive this maybe 6 to 8 pulses or movements coming from the neck. I would do the same with the shoulder drivers if that's what I wanted to do. So I'm going to shake that out one more time. Shoulder down and back, tilt away, glide forward, add full cervical flexion. AP glides. Also, I can drive from the shoulder and shake it out, retest, see how you're responding. So that's the Accessory Nerve Glide. I love the Accessory Nerve Glide. It's super useful for helping people with shoulder issues, neck issues, and just sort of dismantling that common neck tension that our clients generally bring to us. So hope you enjoyed this lesson. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll see you again next time.